Welcome back. I'm Julie Catherine. If I haven't met you yet, hello. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm building a community here. Love to have you stick around. So let's get into the Sephora savings. I'm sure you all heard by now. I'm sure you've all received your fancy little emails. But I want to give you some tips how to save money and not just engulf your cart with a bunch of products you really don't want, or you just see all the time on Instagram or TikTok, or it's just a viral product. I want to try to help you pare down for more of the essential items at the Sephora sale. So let's start with number one. What I think you can benefit the most is Sephora beauty deals. The Sephora favorites or Sephora beauty deals, like the ones that come in the little package that they've got most of the favorites that a lot of people order and use and pick out. So the one is called Cozy and Clean Makeup and Skincare, and it's got a lot of these packages have a lot of the popular ones. So like the Saie Beauty, the Merit, the Necessaire. I mean, the list goes on and on. So if there's a product or products that you want to try, that you want to test out, but you don't want to buy the large, or you just want to use them for travel purposes because they're really small, any of those. Or also think about, like, now that we're going into Christmas and holidays, all the different parties and book clubs, and you got to bring little gifts and stuff. Think about it that way too, not just for your personal use, but also thinking about it for like presents and stuff like that and gifts. I love this because I've tried so many products that I would never buy full size or even mini size, just like one, if it wasn't paired in to one of these Sephora favorites. I really like doing that. I was really surprised at many products. I'm glad I've tested out a lot because there's some things I was just like, what is the hype? I don't even understand. It's another blush that doesn't do anything. So I think very highly of these. I think you get a lot for your money. I think you get to test out a lot more products. I think it's a great gift as well. So that's going to be your tip number one, the Sephora Beauty favorites. They come in all kinds of packages. This one I'm talking about is a clean product. Another Sephora favorite that I like is perfumes. And I'm not sure if y'all all know this, but it's the ones that say Sephora favorites. And this one is a perfume sampler set with redeemable voucher. So this set it's got like 18 perfume sampler sets. And you also get a voucher for a full perfume too. I mean, that is a really awesome deal. So you can test out 18. You can put these, if they're small enough, you can put them in your bag. You can travel with them. You can leave them at your work desk. You can give them out to friends and families and just little gift sets just to bring somewhere when you need something for a little gift or whatever. These are so nice to try out because it is so expensive. Perfumes are so expensive nowadays. So that is an awesome way to try new perfumes out, or if they have one that you really like, but then you get the free voucher to buy the full size perfume. Okay, tip number two, gift sets. Now we just talked about number one. Now don't get number one and number two mixed up. They are completely separate. A Sephora favorite and a gift set is totally different. A gift set is a lot of these brands now develop into these gift sets for Christmas, which are great to give out as presents and gifts and hand out to friends, families, and teachers and whatever party you need to go to. But they're, again, another great way to test out products that you might not have ever purchased. I have received a bunch of these. I go to a lot of like little parties, and I like to have something on hand during the holidays. I don't care if it's a party that, no one's bringing anything. I like to come to a house with something for the person that's putting on the get together or the dinner party. These are great just to have. You know what? I always buy things I might want to try out. So if I don't end up giving it out or as a gift or anything like that, I will still be able to use it. Let's take the Sol de Janeiro. So they have their 4 scents. So you can try all 4 scents. It's $34. You can travel with them. You can pair 2 of these together and make 2 different presents for somebody. So I want you to think outside of the box when you buy these, but you get to try all 4 of the scents. Or if you already know, like you like the product, like the Saie blushes, they last like 100 years, okay? So you get the mini size of the Saie blushes, you get 3 of them. That is enough to last you like 19 years. Check those out. Make sure to check the sets out for sure. I think it's a great deal. You get to test a lot of things out. I mean, there's just endless things on here. So make sure the Rare Beauty, the highlighter one, the mini blushes and luminizer. You know those Rare Beauty liquid blushes last forever. So this is a good way to get the highlighter and the luminizer and the blush in a little compact. Tip number 3, how you're gonna save money. Value size, okay? So you're gonna go in the little search bar when you get onto the Sephora website, and you're gonna type in value size. And I think they don't have a ton of them, but they have about 20 of them. So it's gonna be, those are gonna be, think of like Costco, buy in bulk. There's perfumes, there's like a Away detox shampoo in a really big, and you squeeze it into, you can't get those anywhere except on the Away websites. You can get them here. And that's what I do like. They have some big perfumes if it's your favorite and you know you love it, or it's a gift for your parent or your daughter and then you know they love that. It's a great way to save money because obviously the more you buy, the less expensive it is. But anyways, like I said, you go on the website, you type in value size, and then all the items that come in a value size will show up. And it's a great way to look. No one ever talks about that because if it's something that is your favorite and you use all the time, you'll want to buy it in bulk. Instead of buying multiples of them, buy it in a value size. So that's tip number 3. That's a hot tip right there. Tip number 4, I'm going to show you on the screen what to do. On the website, it's called Reward Bazaar. And when you click on that, it tells you what status you're at. Okay, I'm at VIB. It says I need $400 in merchandise to reach and I believe Rouge is $1,000 a calendar year. I believe that's the Rouge membership. However, scroll down. If you are a Rouge on Tuesdays and Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, so 4 Central Time, that is 11. Just figure out your time zone. Go to the Reward Bazaar, scroll down, and if you have 2,500 points, they'll have under the 2,500, you have to be a Rouge member for this to happen. You scroll down into the 2,500 point range, and then they'll have online gift card for $100 trade in for 2,500 points. So instead of the $500, do you want to trade in 500 points for $10? You want to do this deal. There's also some exclusive deals on here for like different kind of points. There's some that are only online for 100 points. You can get the Valentino face primer highlighter thing. There's lots of different gifts on here that are only exclusive to online. So you'll want to check that out. So every Tuesdays and Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, they will always list out their new reward program as far as what you get for your different points. Now, I want to go back and say if you're a Rouge and you want the $100 gift card for 2,500 points, you got to be on like at 9 a.m. Pacific time. You want to be on, they don't have that many. I've heard many people get multiples, but they are on right at 9 or 9:05, they're on and they can get one. So it really is there. They don't talk about it. They don't have many. They never have said how many they have out there, but I know they don't have many. But every Tuesday and Thursday, you can at least try to get one if you are a Rouge member. You can buy a lot of stuff for $100 for 2,500 points. Now I got 4,400, almost got 4,500. I would definitely do that, but I'm a VIB member. I'm not a Rouge, so I'm not able to get that. Lots of cool products if you wanted to trade in some points to try out full-size product or whatever it is. That is tip number 4. Tip number 5, how are you going to save money during the Sephora sale without over overspending and indulging. We're going to indulge in one splurge item, whatever that may mean to you. If you want one blush that's a Patrick Tall that's, I don't even know, $48, or if you want a Dyson that's $500, whatever you want, one splurge item, I would just put one. We're not all splurging on every item. Just do one. I'm telling you, half the items that you end up buying, you won't want. So if it's something you really want and you're really curious about, and it's a little on the expensive side, whatever that means for you, narrow it down to one. I always have done that because I feel you can get out of control with these kind of sales. Just like, I want to try this, I want to try that, I want to try the new foundation. I feel like you can be overwhelmed, and when it all comes in, it's not that great. Like, you don't like it. So I always put a lot of stuff in the cart, and I always come back to it and start taking. I literally had stuff from several months ago, and I'm like, why do I have that in there? Like, literally, it's still in there because I end up going to the store instead of ordering online for a couple of the products. And I had these other items that I'm like, why do I have those in there? I don't even like them. Like, now I'm like, no, I know I don't like those. So just sometimes that's also a tip, just to kind of go back through and reset. Don't wait to the last minute of the sale. You want to put the stuff in the cart and kind of look through it and then hit buy, because you want to see that total. I'm telling you what, you see that total, you will think twice about some of those products. I think you need a budget in mind, and then you'll think twice. So the best way to shop this Sephora sale. Tip number 6, check out Sephora sale page. Now you can go to the website, go over to the sale side, and then click on makeup or hair or whatever. They always have like great things on there. So yeah, it's at the very end. It says sale and offers. They got different kind of things. You hover over the sale, and then you don't click on it, you hover over it, and then you go over all sales, makeup, skincare, hair, fragrance, whatever kind of sales, beauty offers. You can do that too as well. But look at that. They got, like, you know, Pat McGrath lipsticks and rose ink, I don't know, foundation, Pat McGrath, eyeshadow, Lily lashes. They've got a lot of stuff. So always check there too to see if there's something that kind of piques your interest, or that you've kind of like, hey, let me try this instead. It's on sale, plus I get the extra discount. So maybe that makes it a win-win for you. So never neglect the sales section. I sometimes do this myself on a Sephora or even an Ulta website. I don't know why that is, but I'm telling you, they got some great products there, but it has it listed out for hair and fragrance and certain things like that. Fragrance are very expensive, so always check that. You know, you can always maybe find maybe a smaller bottle, and it will get you through to the next sale or something. But anyways, I digress. Let's move on. I also wanted to add this tip, that when you go on to the Sephora sale and you hit new, you know, the first tab on the right, and it was like new makeup, like this is supposed to be the new makeup launch, like whatever's the newest out, just know that they're putting these items out here that are not necessarily new. They've been out several weeks. This is the items that they're pushing for you. These are the items that they want to sell. So right now I got a lot of Sephora collection, a lot of Sephora favorites, a Dior foundation. A lot of the little gift sets are there. So what you're going to want to do, so where it says new and you hit just dropped or new makeup or new skincare, those are all going to be the items that they're pushing, that they want to sell first for whatever agreement they have with these brands. Okay, that's not going to show you necessarily all the new drops. You're going to want to say go on makeup, go on eye palette, and then over to the right where it says shop by relevance, you're going to put new. You're going to scroll till you hit new. Then you're going to see it all pop up. So just make sure when you're on where it says new on that tab in the black, that is not necessarily all the new. That's new that they want to push. That's not specifically new to all the brands that have new items out. So just know that if you're not seeing anything new or you're not seeing something that you want to see, click that sort by and hit new under the subtitle that you're looking for. So if it's skincare, it's eye mask, you're going to want to do the same thing on that. So I've noticed that. I'm like, some of this stuff I like, it's been out for a while. Well, they're kind of pushing products. It led me to believe that they're pushing products that they want to sell, or they're paying them more. I don't know how it is, but just know that you need to go over to that specific under the subtitle and hit makeup, eye makeup, blushes, and then hit new. And then you'll get repopulated all the new brands that are out, or the new launches, or whatever you want to call it. So these are my recommendations that are my essentials that are they're tried and true, that actually work for mature or dry skin. So let's get into the first eye makeup. I am a big proponent of liquid eyeshadows. I think they stay on longer. I think they have more pigment. I think they're very easy to use, kind of dummy proof, if I will. So in the Sephora sale, they'll have these little, I got started with these a long time ago by Laura Mercier. I think they used to have 5. I think they're down to 3. Try them out first to see if you like them. But I have a bunch of these. They're Laura Mercier. I love hers. Bobbi Brown. They have a lot to choose from. They got mattes, they got shimmers, a lot of that. This is a Charlotte Tilbury. This is a plum one that's supposed to be good for blue eyes or green eyes. I really like this. Armani Luminous Silk Eyes. This is old packaging. Still use it. Absolutely love this color. It's this one, which is 22. It's called Cashew. These long time ago only had numbers. These are not the same, as you can see. But I love these. They really stay on the eye. I absolutely love these. I think these are all worth the money. They don't look dry and patchy on the eyes, which I've been using these for a very long time. I've got a lot of like browns, bronze, all kinds of like different champagne, pink champagne. I don't know. I think Sunny Beach or whatever this one's called. I can't see. Oh, golden pink. I really like this one. This one's by Bobbi Brown. Bobbi Brown, Laura Mercier, and Armani are my favorite eye. Moving on to maybe another palette. Now, I have a lot of shimmers. I don't typically use a lot of matte, but however, I bought this several months ago. This is the Patrick Ta. This is his matte palette. These are brown, black. These are the creams. These are all the brown matte shades. This is cooler. This is warmer. I love this palette. It's used very much. These look really good on anybody. I had several friends they use this palette when we went on a girls trip, and they have like more brown color eyes, and it looked great on their eyes too. This is very expensive. I think for a palette, it's expensive. I don't buy a lot of big palettes. I'm not a huge palette person. I rather take 2 of these. I'd rather take like 2 of these and go on a trip, because I can do this very light and then darken it up at night if I want to, or just take one darker brown shade and use it as eyeliner in if I want to darken my V at night, or do a smoky eye, I can. And guess what? The one thing about these, they don't leak and you're not going to crack. Oh my God, how many times have you flown and cracked your eyeshadow or any kind of powder products? It drives you nuts, doesn't it? Anyways, if these don't crack, so that's why I like to use these when you travel. Another product I can't live without, and even when I don't wear foundation, I think this is must in most women's makeup bag. I don't know why more women don't use it. Even somebody that's 35, I think, could really use it. But it's a corrector. Charlotte Tilbury has a corrector that is really good too. I have this Bobbi Brown, love it. It comes in all kinds of shades. Sometimes you need a green to cancel out. You do it in wherever you have, like I have darkness right through here, and just adding that when I don't have any makeup on, and a little, maybe a tad little concealer around my nose and stuff. This kind of just brightens your eyes, because that dark pushes everything back, and when it's light, it opens it up. So I absolutely love this, and it leads you to use less concealer. whatever kind of concealer you're using, you can use less and it doesn't crease. And we know as we get older, the more you're using, the more concealer you're using, the more it's going to crease. I don't care if it says creaseless or whatever. Go look at your eyes after wearing your makeup like 5-6 hours in the sun and you will see it start cracking everywhere, because it will. So this is a hot tip to make sure to start using, and you'll use less concealer. Let's talk about eyebrow. I use a lot of drugstore eyebrow pencils now, like eyebrow, like gels and stuff like that. Anyways, the Charlotte Tilbury, I love it. I love it. There's not I will keep repurchasing this. I love the color. It looks so natural. I use a lot of drugstore, and that's because they have really amped up their products that looked really, really good. I mean, 5 years ago, absolutely no. I would have never used one drugstore brow product. Never, ever. With that said, NATASHA came out with a brow gel kind of that is colored and you're supposed to wisp it through your eyes. That is on my want list. I'm going to say that's probably a little bit more of a splurge, because honestly, my drugstore ones, my e.l.f., my NYX, or whatever you want to call it, NYX, those are really, really good. I absolutely love those products. So that's why I kind of consider that maybe a splurge, because it's like I already have stuff that work, but I'm really curious about it. I've seen some videos of people using it. I think it looks really good and really natural. So I have that on my want list. We'll see if I end up picking it up if I want it that bad. This is my one product I absolutely love that I'm not going to give up, because it gives the most natural look. Okay, let's talk about foundation. When we get older, a lot of our skin gets drier because, you know, we're aging and we don't have as much moisture. So I have a couple of foundations. And they're for different usage. My lightest one is this Kosas BB. Now, this is more of like a skin tint. I have the Ilia. I found like that is really watery, and it does have skincare properties in it, but it's just almost too watery, if you know what I mean. If you've ever had it, you know exactly what I mean. This is very, very light coverage. I really like it for a lighter liner. I want more than just concealer on. So I really like this one. I feel like it wears well. It gives me that luminosity and hydration that I need. This one, this is the Bare Minerals Complex Rescue. This is a trial size, or travel size, not trial size. I use this in my travel one because I like it. It's moussey, and I feel like it's a little bit heavier than this one. So when I travel, I don't mind this one. It comes in this little small package. It's moussey. I can use it with my fingers. That's the way I prefer to use this with, but I really like this. On the days that I want a little bit more coverage, this is what I reach for. This IT Cosmetics CC. I've been using this for years. I really like it. I can build up the complexion. I almost don't use it in that way. I kind of just like half a pump usually will do my whole face. I've done some videos on this. Maybe it has been on TikTok, but I've done some videos of how much I use and how far it goes. So this is my next level up if I want a little bit more coverage. My ride or die, the GOAT of the year, is the Luminous Silk, the Giorgio Armani. This stuff has been around for decades, and there's a reason why. There's a reason why this is still a go-to to many of the makeup artists, is because it looks very skin-like. You can build it up without it looking cakey and thick. And that kind of just tells you something, that if they're using it on camera and they need your skin to look like it's skin a lot of times. It does not need to look like makeup. That is probably a die for any kind of makeup artist on a television or a movie if you can tell they're wearing a ton of makeup. This is the one I would use if I want to build up makeup. Like if I want to build up my foundation just so it's like more flawless, this is what I would use. I don't use this. Is very, very pricey. I don't use it every day. Like I said, when I need to or want to, maybe I want to be a little extra today, or New Year's Eve, I want to be, you know, have a little bit more of a makeup look and just do it all up, I will use this. I know I have 4, I have way more than this, but these are the 4 I go to and the reason why I have different looks. But I absolutely love these. These are my tried and true. I've had a lot of compliments every time I wear any of these 4. The other ones I haven't had that many compliments on. So I take these to look good after a long day. If somebody's complimenting you on your makeup, that these must really look good, right? So those are my essentials. Let's talk about powder. As we get older, we need to have the mindset of using less powder. Powders are not your friends. I mean, I see people pile it on, which it probably will look good in the beginning, but after about 3 or 4 hours, it doesn't look good. And repowdering is just packing it on more. There's a way to repowder and there's a way not to after a long day of wearing makeup. My 2 favorite products, Charlotte Tilbury. This is, I think, in number 2. Yeah, I see a 2 on here. Love this part. It is so finely milled that you can literally press it on with your fingers. It will work. Love this one. It is not cakey. It's so finely milled, and that's what helps when you're setting your makeup to not get it where it's just like another layer. Other product, this is my travel one because, like I said, I don't like to take things that are in like a hard form like this because they tend to crack. So my other ride or die, which has been around for more than 25 years, is a Laura Mercier powder. This powder is liked by a ton of makeup artists that do movies and other shows. That's because this is finely milled and they can control it and it doesn't look like they're layering this up. They love to use this with the puff. I've kind of stopped using puffs just because I feel like I get way too, I like the way it looks when I first do it. After sitting, the makeup being on for hours, I don't like the way it looks. So I tend to use a little airbrush and just place it around the areas that get glowy or oily or anything like that. But this is a ride or die. You will not go wrong with these 2. And if something you're saying, oh, I don't like these 2, you're probably using too much. Let me just tell you that if you're having a problem with these 2, you're probably using too much. Okay, I am new to the Mario game. I got 2 products from Mario. Let me just talk about this because I think this one's better over the next one. But this Mario, what is this? Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. And I got the light medium. When I tell you the reason why I like this literally melts into your skin. Now, I was a little hesitant when I first bought this. I think this is one of the things that was in my cart that I was kind of going back and forth with several months ago. This tells you how much I really use this. But when he said in one of his little videos, because I went on his website and I was looking at it, and what he said in this video, because I wasn't understanding what this product was. That's first and foremost. I thought it was like some bronzer. It's not. It's a skin enhancer, but it is a bronzer. So the way when he says it gives life back to the skin, he's exactly right. I like this product because you can use it on no makeup, like no foundation is what I'm meaning. You have no foundation and you put this on and you blend it in. It doesn't take much to even do it. And it looks like your freaking skin. And it brings, I'm very pale, so I need some life back in the skin sometimes. So I was like, how do you use this? I watched the video, I got it, and then I was a little like, what is this? I thought it was going to be muddy, and that's why I really like this, because a lot of days I use concealer, I use this, and I use a little blush to give me some color. But I absolutely love this. Don't be scared of it. If you just want a little color here and here, or just through I've done it as well. I did it today, but I have eyeshadow too, one of those on. But if you want to just do it in your crease, it looks so good and so natural. I don't know any other product that will give you a natural look without any foundation on. And you know, sometimes those powders, you don't have foundation. It looks like you have powder on. It's just, this doesn't, it melts into your skin. It looks so good. On that note, I love the Mario blushes too. This is the Perfect Pink. It's so pretty. This is out of my comfort zone. This is super pink for me, but pink is a universal color for most skin tones. And so I went out on a limb and got this, and I really, really enjoy it. Like I said, when I wear no makeup, no foundation, when I say no makeup, it looks like skin. It looks so good with these two. I mean, it looks like that's just like my natural glow. I just woke up like that. I mean, is that what Beyonce or somebody says? I just woke up like that. Love these. Can't say enough. These are pretty new, and I want to say within the last I had them more than 6 months. I bought them, in March or whatever. So I use them a lot if they're hit and pan. And you know they're good when you hit pan. Last but not least, if you're wearing a lot of powder products and just even cream products, you're going to want a setting spray. Why? I see setting sprays used by makeup artists all the time because what it does is it blends it in. I also love the MAC one. Those two are my two. I have both of them. I really love this one. You can use this with the beauty blender. A lot of makeup artists will spray that beauty blender and then pounce it all the way around to even get a more flawless, like everything is blended in. Most makeup artists they don't want to see where the blush starts and the foundation and the bronzer and the highlighter. They just want to look like it's skin, like lit within. They want all that to kind of blend in. They'll use a beauty blender to really blend all that in and make it look so seamless. So those are my essentials from Sephora. I hope the tips that I gave you earlier will save you some kind of money. If you have another tip or a Sephora favorite item that I need to know about, please drop a comment below. I love to chit chat with you. But other than that, that's my Sephora sale. And I hope you enjoy your day. It starts on Saturday, November 1st. I will have all the stuff listed below as far as the sale. And all my recommendations will be below.